Yes, we are live. Hello. All right, and it's 10 o'clock. Yay, I'm Stampindede, Deanna Blackman. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I love what I do. I love making cards and sharing different ideas that I have that I discover, sharing them with you. And that's what I'm doing today. So this is Stampin' Thursday. Every Thursday at 10 a.m. Central Time, I do a Facebook Live and different things each week. So this is the first week of the month. Wow, this is November. How can that be? Anyway, so the first Thursday in November, I will be talking more about the November Stamp Club. And that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to talk a little bit about the Stamp Club. Now, I've shared this last week because I shared one of the cards last week. But I'm going to demonstrate another card this week from the Stamp Club. But I want you to know that each month, the Stamp Club is going to feature a different stamp set. And this month, Celebrate Flowers is the stamp set that I chose to work with this month, and I've had so much fun with this stamp set. So the Stamp Club of the month, monthly Stamp Club, is $35 every month. It's a subscription, and if you participate 6 months in a row, then you're going to get a swag bag with $25 worth of new products in it. So 6 months and you get the swag bag in addition to what you get with your monthly Stamp Club. So for your $35, you're going to get 4 different card kits, 4 different designs, and you'll make 2 each. You'll have products to make 2 each of those 4 designs. So you'll make 8 cards. You'll have enough products to make 8 cards. You'll receive the PDF tutorial with full color photos. You will receive $20 to $25 in free products, and those products you will have to use with your card kits. So, for example, this month, Celebrate Flowers is our stamp set. Now, the Stamp Club of the month does not include the stamp set. So, if you want to buy that in addition, you can. Just let me know. But you may already have it. Or, if you don't have it and you don't want to purchase it, aren't able to purchase it right now, then you can substitute another stamp set, and the cards are designed for that way. If there's something that is specific to the stamp set, then I will include it. Otherwise, you can substitute any other stamp set that you've got. There will be no stamped pieces in the kits. Per Stampin' Up! Guidelines, we can't sell kits, stamped kits. We can sell you the paper products to be used to make a card, but we can't stamp it for you. So that will be up to you to do your stamping. This month, let's see, your $20 to $25 in products this month, it's about $25 worth. You're going to get, let's see, a roll of linen thread, a full roll. This is not a full roll. A full roll of linen thread. You're going to get a full, whatever it is, a complete package of the gingham ribbon, the black and white gingham ribbon. You're going to get a full set of the black matte dots. And you're going to get a quarter of a package of the perfectly penciled designer series paper, and this is the sheet that is used in the kit. So you'll get a quarter of each sheet of paper in here. There's 12 sheets, so you'll get a quarter of each sheet, and that will be enough to make your card, and then you'll have a quarter sheet of all the other sheets in here to use. You'll also get a quarter package of the Abigail Rose paper, and the card uses this sheet right here, this pattern right here, the notebook looking pattern. So you'll use your quarter sheet to create your card, but then you'll have a quarter sheet of all the other sheets in this package. So that is what you'll get this month with your monthly Stamp Club. All right, so that's pretty much, oh, the deadline to RSVP is the 10th of the month. Every month I'll introduce it either a few days before the month or at the first of the month, and you'll have until the 10th to subscribe, and the kits will be mailed, or you can pick it up on the 25th of the month. Mailing, if I need to mail it to you, it's going to be an extra $10, and that's just the cost of priority mail today. So, or you can pick it up if you're local. You can pick it up here at the house. And then I will have an in-person class the following Monday evening for anyone who wants to come and do their kits together. And if you come here to my house, you can use my stamp set. So if you don't have the Celebrate Sunflowers, you want to come and put your card kits together, here you can use my stamp set. All right, I think that's all. Oh, all monies will be sent via PayPal or Venmo. And I know PayPal has a subscription feature, but I haven't figured that out yet. So you'll just do it every month until I get that figured out. You'll just PayPal or Venmo me the money for your monthly Stamp Club. And then, like I said, if you do it 6 months in a row, then you will get that swag bag with $25 extra products. All right, and let me know if you need to make special arrangements other than PayPal or Venmo. All right, I want to work with you. So, all right, we're ready to get started on these cards. So I'm going to turn the camera down. So just be patient. Let me make sure I've got it where it needs to be. All right, I think we're good. I think we're good. And everything's right side up and ready to go. All right, so here's your Celebrate Sunflowers. And this is the bundle that we'll be using on this month's cards. This is the card that we're working on today. Isn't that beautiful? So I'm gonna demonstrate this today. Here are the other 3 cards. So there's 4 cards, two each of each design. Here's one of them. And that's using the Perfectly Penciled Designer Series paper. Here's the one using the Abigail Rose paper. And then here's one that's just black and white. So all 4 of these cards, you'll have kits to make 2 each. All right, so we're going to get started with this little jewel here. For this card, you will need very vanilla cardstock for the base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So you're going to need that. You'll need a piece of early espresso at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. You'll need another piece of early espresso at 3 5/8 square, 3 5/8 inch square. And yet another piece of early espresso that's 4 inches by 1 inch. And this is to mat your sentiment. And your designer series paper is from the Perfectly Penciled. No, for this card, I'm sorry. For this card, it's from the Rustic Harvest, because I didn't want to use up my Perfectly Penciled. Is that Abigail Rose or Perfectly Penciled? Now I can't remember. Actually, this one is from Rustic Harvest. And so this paper will be included in your kit. 4 by 5 1/4. And then your sentiment is 3 3/4 by 3/4 inch. And the sentiment is from your Celebrate Flowers. You're also going to need a piece of very vanilla twine that is 20 inches. All right. So I think we're ready for that. Let's get started. So we're going to take our very vanilla. Let me see. Let me make sure. All right. We're going to take our I'm going to move Celebrate Sunflowers over. We're going to take our bone folder, and we're going to fold on the score line. And I call this the worm. Some people call it the mountain. I always put it on the inside. So make sure sometimes my trimmer doesn't get the score just perfect. So we're going to give it a really good burnish here. Set that aside. So I think we're going to do our cutting first. So I'm going to bring in my mini cut and emboss, because we'll use that. And we'll use from our set, let me put this back over here a minute. From our set, we're going to use this die. And so because you may not have the Celebrate Sunflower, this will be cut for you, already cut for you in your kit. But I want you to know how to do it. And I shared the other day how to line up the die so that it matches the stamp, makes it easier to cut. And I said that I used marker, and I did Sharpie to mark the bottom of the die, but I had to redo that because the Sharpie kept coming off. So I used some fingernail polish, some red fingernail polish to mark the bottom of my die. All right, and so we're going to take this die with our square of early espresso, with our 3 5/8 by 3 5/8 early espresso, and it fits perfectly on it. And I'm going to put my marked spot at the bottom just to make it easier to, well, you'll see in a minute. All right. Let me get my other piece over here. And I'm going to position this so that my die, this just barely fits on this mini cut and emboss, and I'm thankful that it does. And so I want to make sure the die is completely on the plate. All right, I'm going to get it going through. And I'm going to put this through twice. I'm going to go one direction, and then I'm going to bring it back the other direction to make sure I get a good cut on this. All right. And because this is going to have lots of little pieces, I'm going to bring in my, I never can remember the name of this thing. The brush end of my Take-A-Pick tool. When you buy the Take-A-Pick tool, you get, let me show you, just in case you're not familiar with it. Let me find my other piece. So when you buy the Take-A-Pick tool, this is what you get. All right. I'm going to move this right over here. When you buy the Take-A-Pick tool, you get the putty end, which is great for picking up little gems. Oh, it's great for that. Or a little piece, and it's got putty in it, and it you know, you can squeeze some more out when you use that up. And you get this pointed end, plus you can turn that over for a palette end, a little bit wider piece. So these tools, I use them all the time. But you can purchase, in addition to this tool, and I'm taking off my putty end here. I'm just unscrewing it, because in addition, you can purchase the brush, and it just screws right in. And with that brush, you get a foam mat. And I'll tell you, for these things that have small pieces, well, you'll see. I'm going to take this piece off of my cut and emboss. I'm going to move it over to my mat, and I'm going to start brushing. And I'm just going to brush. Even the center part, because there's all these little holes, and I do need my pokey end here in a minute. So I'm just making sure I've brushed over every little part of this die. Let's see how it does. And I'm going to bring in my pattern paper, my designer series paper, because we'll be moving this piece over to the designer series paper. All right. Now I'm going to lift up my die. So here it is at the bottom. You need to remember where that is. Now you can see that most of the pieces came out. And I'm going to move this piece over to this. And then now with keeping my perspective here, I'm going to punch out the rim of this. So here it is. Here it comes. And I'm keeping, see, now there's nothing left in the die, thanks to my brush. You'll see that there's still a few little places that need to be poked out. And I'm keeping this going the same direction. I don't want to lose that perspective. I think that's it. Because now I'm going to take this, and that's going to go in the trash here in a minute. So now I'm going to take this, and it will fit. Let's see. Get my perspective back here. There. It will fit right back in here, creating this piece that looks like one whole piece once we get it glued down. All right, so I'm going to take both of these pieces and turn them over, keeping that same perspective. And now I'm going to use my green glue, and I'm going to come along here and glue my edges. Remember, I turned it over, so I'm going to turn it back over, and I want it centered at the top. Move it down a little bit. Let me see what you can see. Yeah. So I centered it at the top, and now I've kept my perspective with this one, because when I turn it over, it's going to go right there. But for right now, I need it to go this way. There may be a different way to do this. Maybe the adhesive sheets, I haven't tried that yet. So I just put the tiniest little bit of glue on the very tip edge of this. Just the tiniest little bit. I mean, it doesn't take much. I'm also going to come back and put some where the leaves join together. Gives you just a little bit more room. So I'm going to put some dots of glue there. Do that here at the bottom. And then I'm going to put a few dots right in here. So now I'm going to turn this over and hope that I've kept the perspective right. There it is. And I'm going to fit it right down into that piece. See how perfectly? And it should, if you hold it down, it should just glue right down in there. It just takes a little bit of patience, but isn't that beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? Now, I did notice that in the center, a few of these did not come out, but it is no big deal to pop them out. And you don't have to do that. Nobody's going to know but you. All right. We've got that done. So now I'm going to take this piece and I'm going to mount it onto my early espresso piece. And again, well, let's see. I think I'll come in with my Stampin' Seal and do this. All right. And I just want to get it centered. It's not going to be much on the top and the bottom. Not going to be very much around the edge, but enough to set it apart. And then we're going to bring in our Very Vanilla card base. And we're ready to go ahead and glue that down. Get that going. Okay. We're going to center this. Almost didn't cut that one with enough, but that's still, you can see it. All right, and now we're ready to create our sentiment piece, and I've already stamped the sentiment with Let's Celebrate You. And so I'm going to use my green glue. Just to get some on the back. Center it on this. The nice thing about that green glue is you can move it around. All right, and then I'm going to use my dimensionals to put this on. Go, go, go. Go off. And we'll center it. I want to leave a little space up here for my ribbon, but it looks like there's plenty of room to do that. Make sure I've got it. centered. Now, one of the dies in the sunflower set is the little centerpiece for the sunflower. So I've already cut that out. I've already die cut that, and that will be die cut in your kit as well. And I'm going to use a dimensional for that. Put it in the very center of the flower. And now I'm going to use Wink of Stella. Now, if you have Wink of Stella, of course, you can use that. But I just think it adds something to it when you put some sparkle on it. There we go. Get a little bit of shine on there. All right. Oh, I colored it off the thing again. So let me show you. I just went around. I'm sorry. I look up and I see that I'm off my screen. All right. Yeah. And then I'm going to tie this double bow in a different way. I do have a YouTube on how to tie a double bow. And I can't decide which one I like better. So this is just a 20-inch piece of linen thread this is the very vanilla thread that is folded in half. And I'm going to take it. I'm going to leave a tail. And then I'm just going to tie a bow. Like you normally tie a bow, only I'm doing it with a double piece of thread. So let me see if I can get this double piece of thread through here. I think I did. And I'm going to hold on to my end piece here and here and create my... It's a little harder because you've got all these double pieces of thread. But if you can hang on to it and figure out which piece is which piece, then this is a great way to tie a double bow. Now I'm going to pull this in a little bit. So these are the same size. And then I'm going to bring in my snips and I'll cut that one and cut these off even. And there's my double bow. This one keeps wanting to twist. I'm not sure why. I don't know how to get it back around. All right. Okay, and then I'm going to use a glue dot. And I'm going to put it, fold that glue dot under and put it right here in the center. And then you can separate your bows if you want. Make that one turn the right way. Separate those a little bit, and you've got your strings. If you don't want them hanging down over your sentiment, then you can move them. You can trim them. And I think I may have to put a dot of glue under that one. I'm not sure. So now I've got my bow, my double bow. In fact, where's my fourth string? There should be 4 strings, right? Oh, there it is. It's over here, laying down, being lazy. Okay. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if it isn't easier just to tie a double bow, but okay. And pull these through a little bit and tighten this up. All right, there's our bow. And I am going to trim that one and that one just a little bit. All right, so The only thing we have left is to add, I thought this would, you know, sunflowers are a fall thing, which I love fall. But I have noticed a ton of butterflies lately. So I'm sure they're migrating and coming through. So I thought it's a perfect time to use one of my little brushed brass butterflies, and I'm going to put it right there on the edge of the sentiment. And we are done. There's our card. So it really does come together easily, and to know the trick of how to get that set in there just the right way makes it easier too. All right, so once again, these are the cards that come in your, what did I do with them? Here they are. That come in your November monthly stamp club. And you'll get the kits to make 8 of these. And all you'll need to do, is stamp them and put them together. And like I said, you can use any stamp set that you've got that has a flower on it. You can improvise. And if you don't have the Celebrate Sunflowers, but if you would like to order it and you want the stamp club, let me know. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to help you out. You can message me on Stampidede's Doings, comment down here. I would love to help you out. So thank you for watching today. And if you're watching the replay, I just, I hope that you will enjoy the card. Hi, Kay. I see you on here. I know. And it's your fault that I love these sunflowers so much. You just need to know that. So if you want to participate in this November monthly stamp club, please let me know and submit your payment by November 10th. So I will see you next Thursday. Thank you for being here. Bye-bye.